absolutely hate motherhood and what we as a society have created motherhood to be, because I feel like it's ruined my life. It's like the whole entire concept of it was clearly created to benefit men.
I'm here to pick up my son. Hey, son. I'll be back next week to pick him up again.
Welcome
to the J&O Show.
We talk about
things that we were never told. I'm Jay.
And I'm Hope.
And now you know.
All right, today, guys, we're actually going to play this video from Old Shade Jack entitled Single Mom Who is a Black Feminist Blames Black Men for This.
I love being a mother, but I absolutely hate motherhood and what we as a society have created motherhood to be, because I feel like it's ruined my life. Hard reality. Oh my God, how could you say that? How could you hate motherhood? I hate motherhood. I hate everything about it, because no one tells you half the that, like, you're just supposed to be born figuring it out. As a mother, you get no grace. Men get all the grace. Men get to be like babies if they want to. It's just all like the whole concept. What are you looking at? It's like the whole entire concept of it was clearly created to benefit men. And that's why they feel like majority of it is just on you. I hate it. I hate that I had to change my entire life. I had to give up every single thing, sacrifice all these things, and it was just expected of me because I'm the mom, I'm the woman, right? And men barely have to change anything. And when they do bare minimum, it's rewarded. And then meanwhile, we constantly are bombarded with judgment at all times for every single thing that we do. We can't even take a break for ourselves. I can't go anywhere without being asked, where's the baby? Like, I'm the only person who made the baby, yet he can go anywhere he wants to do, like, just do anything. And no one ever was, where's the baby? Like, because men aren't, like, the babies aren't considered like a part of them now for some reason. It's just like they can just do whatever. I hate how no one taught us about breastfeeding, and I had the hardest time breastfeeding, and now, like, I have this really clingy kid who won't let go of me, and I can't really do much because she's super on top of me, and weaning is really hard, and I don't really have a support system because there's no villages for real. No one cares about mothers. When they come visit, they go straight for the baby. Nobody cares about you. And it's evident that nobody cares about you. Like, people don't even like you, but they like your kid. It's just super weird. I literally hate it so much. You're super limited with what work you can do. I've been working remote at home, and it sucks. Like, I'm forced to get these, like, remote jobs that I don't even like, because finding childcare here has just been really difficult, and the wait list has been crazy. And so it's put me in a position to just always be a stay-at-home mom while I'm working, and I'm burnt out, and I just hate this entire thing. Like, love my daughter, love being with her, but motherhood, hate it. I'm never having any more kids. That's just it. We're gonna be best friends. I'm gonna pour all my love, everything into her, but will I ever repeat this? No.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
First off, I feel her pain. When she was talking about certain things, I definitely feel her pain, and I feel for her. I do. I feel for single moms in general, because being a parent, being a mom is beyond difficult. Like, I can't even explain. There's no words that goes into it. Like, it's challenging. I feel like doesn't even describe it. I remember after our daughter was born, one day just being, I think, in the room or in the bathroom, and I broke down crying, because I was just like, oh my God. gosh, like we're responsible for this child. Like she doesn't know how to do anything. We have to do everything. We have to teach her everything. She doesn't know how to wipe her behind. She knows nothing, you know? And it was just like, it was crazy. And I was just thinking about all the things that you have to pour into your child, into this human being that you guys are, well, single person that you're solely responsible for. And I just remember thinking, I was like, yo, I was thinking about my mom. I'm like, yo, how does she do it? And I was just so grateful for my mother, because I'm just like, yo, I have the best mom in the world. I know everybody feels, well, not everybody, but I feel like I have the best mother in the world. Love you, mommy. Parenting is difficult. And like I said, I do feel bad for her, because I remember people used to do that. Like, you know, we had the babies. You come over and be like, oh, they go straight for the baby. They don't care nothing about you. Like, bring it out. And I mean, it's all out of love. It's not that they don't love you. Well, I would hope the people that you're around or whatever, of course, they care about you, you know, but it's exciting, a little baby and everything like that. But I feel where she's coming from, because I do feel to a certain extent that the way how things are, it's very one-sided when it comes to being a single mom, because you are expected basically to be everything for the child. You must be okay with basically you doing it alone. And like, and if you don't, it's kind of like people looking at you like, well, you should have did this, that, and the third. So, you know, like she said, you don't get any grace and different things of that nature. And I do definitely understand that mentality. And she's just like, it's not fair is what she was saying, because men in the picture is like, they can get off scot-free. You know, you're the one basically who carries the baby. You're the one who's stuck with the child, quote unquote stuck, you know, with the child or what have you. You have to do everything, and the guy doesn't really have to do anything. And it's okay, like it's justified. However, I will say that I don't agree with the fact that she's saying that men, you know, they did this because they probably did it for their benefit. Nah. This is where we have to be real and have hard conversations with ourselves. Why are we a single mom? There's a cause and effect for every decision that we make. So things happen. I understand that. But these are the breaks. Remember that song? These are the breaks. I might be dating myself. Anyway.
Yep.
You know, it's unfortunate, but that's what it is. And it's not so much that it was designed that way. The way how things were designed, it was supposed to be for two people to raise a child together, because raising a child, as I said in the beginning, is the most challenging job that you will ever do in your life. Like ever. I don't care if you were the doctor that came up with I don't know, some type of formula to heal all sicknesses. It still is nothing comparison to raising a child. You know what I'm saying? A well-rounded child. That is the hardest job that you will ever have. And that's why it's designed to be between two people, because a man and a woman play different roles in the child's life, and it's not all on you.
Yep.
This is why we do this channel, because we talk about building stronger relationships with one another so we can have stronger families, so we can build stronger communities. She also said something else that was key in there as well. She said there is no village. That's another important component. You cannot be in this world as an island by yourself, period. But especially when you have children, if you try to do it on your own, you will drive yourself insane, because it is hard work. It's rewarding work because you love your child, but it's hard. And anything that's worth having, it's going to be challenging. But you have to, when you make a decision to lie down with a man or a woman, we understand that there is a possibility that we can have a child with this person. Maybe we should stop and think about, do I want to really risk that? You know, because things happen. Condoms break. If you even use one, things can happen. So we just got to make better choices, y'all. Because all of what she said, you know, like I said, I understand it. There ain't no village. She doesn't have a support system from what it sounds like, or what have you, which is key. And all of these are different things that you should think about when it comes to you bringing a child into this world, whether it's on accident, whether it's a one night thing, or somebody that you ain't really feeling like that, but you just decided to sleep with them anyway or whatever. Like, we have to stop and think, like, there are serious consequences for the decisions that we make, y'all. Even if it was a mistake, if you're just like, oh, I shouldn't have done that, it's still a consequence. You still have to deal with it. I don't know. That's all I have to
say about that.
Yeah.
Man, I look and, you know, I don't empathize with a lot of it because, you know, as a man, I didn't go through that. Of course not. Also, I'm a married man. So I also don't understand or empathize. I can sympathize, but I don't empathize with all of the having to do it by yourself and all of that other stuff. That's why I got married. So I wouldn't have to do it all by myself, because there is a component that marriage keeps you from having to deal with life by yourself.
You need professional help. Bruh.
The only issue that I really had with this video is accountability. That was my only real issue. I mean, she was venting. It was a vent session. She wasn't really trying to make a whole lot of sense out of the situation. She wasn't asking for somebody to give her any tips or any help or anything. She was just blowing off some steam and
it's okay.
Somehow, this became men's fault.
Bruh.
And what I found interesting is that this is why the red pill exists. This is why the manosphere exists. Because as a response to feminism, because she's a womanist, which is a form of feminism, as a response to that and the lack of accountability that certain sects of feminism gives women, the manosphere was born because you know what? We was tired of this bullshit. Everything is our fault. Even though you have all paternal birthrights in this country. A man has no right to tell you how to have a kid. That's all up to you. From contraception to termination to adoption. We have zero rights. You have all the rights, all of the responsibility. So, Pastor Jermaine, yes, was wondering, because the reality is this is a short. It's not like we know all her business. I don't follow her. I ain't got no tickety talks. You tell I've been in church like my whole life. Look, for real, in all honesty, the lack of accountability is amazing. Yeah. It's everybody's fault. I ain't got no village. Bruh. Oh, the man ain't got to do nothing. Dads ain't got to do nothing.
I'm here to pick up my son. Hey, son. I'll be back next week to pick him up again.
I'm here by myself. My choice, my choice, my choice, my choice. Bruh. You made a bunch of decisions that have landed you in a place where you're trying to do it by yourself. Bruh. And you feel the pressure of not having a village. You feel the pressure of not having a man. You feel the pressure of not having help.
Yep.
And those were all your decisions.
Yep.
That's what I took from this video. A lack of accountability. I don't know why in the hell you lack accountability, but that is your biggest problem with your entire situation right now. Yes, they like the kids more than they like you. Bruh. Yes. Kids are innocent. You curse, you drop 32 F-bombs in this thing, and you somebody mama. Yes, they like your kid better. They're innocent. Everybody don't want to be cursed at. Everybody don't want your harsh personality. Bruh. Like, hey, what are you talking about? I don't see what you're saying. You obviously doing it by yourself, so you're working and your mama. You're pissed off all the time. Bruh. Yes, they like your kid better. Because your kid is the only thing in your house that's happy. Also, your decision. You choose your mood. Accountability. I just had to do it like that because I was waiting. My wife was going and I was just waiting. I was like, I got this piece for this joker. Pastor Jermaine about to come out on it now. He's about to get it, boy. Accountability. That's my biggest, like everything she said, like if I wanted to go through and pick at this and pick at that, I could. But she made a bunch of decisions and now she's living with it.
Facts.
It is what it is. I mean, the only thing that she might not have had control over is like her family, because Lord knows what her family situation is. But everything else is you. Like you could decide to you could have decided to build a village around you. You didn't. You could have decided to work it out with the guy that you made the kid with. You didn't. Or pick the guy that was good enough to stay, that you would want to stay with him.
Yeah. There
are so many decisions here you could have made, but you didn't. So that's pretty much it. I mean, you're sort of getting what you deserve, unfortunately. And I do hope, like you said, you pour all your love into your kid and they don't have to deal with all of your negative energy about this motherhood, about your decisions and the life that you have built for yourself.
And about men.
We don't that's another thing.
We don't want to continue this cycle.
Oh, the cycle.
And this is...
Right now, your kid is going to have a rough time if they want to stay with somebody. And that's the thing. If they want to, they're going to have a rough time doing that because of the habits that you're showing.
Unless she makes a complete 360 and she starts doing
she want to be the opposite of
evaluation and work on
And that's a
basically
hard
getting
road.
that together. Yeah, like a lot of people don't want to work on themselves. They just want stuff to just happen, like magically, like poof.
And that's a people thing. That's not. I mean, this is her situation.
Yeah.
A lot of guys find themselves in a very similar situation where it might not necessarily be the kids part, but I ain't got no friends and my family ain't around, and the family you might not have control if they crazy. But I don't like my job and I'm so broke.
You're broke.
And I don't this and I don't that, and I'm just like, yo, you have control over all of that. Like, that's you making decisions that keep you where you are. You're stuck in the damage of whatever happened to you growing up, or whatever situation has happened to you since you've been grown. And the longer you decide to stay there, because you can make a decision to be better, to do better. And I think we need to stop giving up our power.
Facts.
That's what it basically is. We give up our power. A lot of us just give our power away.
Yeah.
And we think we have less control over our lives than we really do. We have an amazing amount of control. We just need to exercise it and learn to exercise it and get around people who can encourage you to exercise it instead of being a victim of your life. You shouldn't be a victim of your life. You should control and own your life.
Very true.
So I'm done. I didn't mean to keep us as, I really had a very short thing, but I started pastoring. I'm sorry. It was just
But yeah, no, definitely power over your life. God gave us that.
Right.
He says the power of life and death literally lie in your tongue. So the things that you say about yourself, the things that you say in general, like you're either speaking life or death. So what are you saying? Or how are you manifesting your life? Anyway, if you guys like what we're putting down, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Indeed.
Turn on the post notifications, wherever it is, the little bell icon. All right. I think that's going to do it for this video, but we'll see you guys next week. Till then, deuces.